Okay, thanks everybody for showing up. Oh, good, Kathy's here. A reminder for folks to please put your name and plot number if you know it in the chat. Going to
And if you don't know it, why don't you know it?
just ask Mark. He knows all the plot numbers. It's just sad. Okay, I'm gonna share again. Share and F. Okay, can you see the dump truck?
Yep.
I want one of those too. That's the 3 yard dump.
Wow.
Wow.
So thanks everybody for attending. I promise what I'd like to do, if at all possible, is kind of scoot through presentation and then have plenty of time for Q&A. So if you have a pencil handy, could you write questions down? You're welcome to interrupt throughout if it's something that pops into your head, but I'd like to be able to get through the presentation quickly and switch to Q&A so we can get on with our evenings. You see your plot in there?
Mm-hmm.
I had a really tall ladder.
I guess.
You can see the amphitheater to the left there. Okay, so here's the agenda. I won't read it to you because I'm sure you can read it yourselves. If Leslie is on, I'm going to give her a chance to talk. I'd like to give.
I am
Hi,
Good.
here.
Then for food bank gardening, I'd like to have Kathy go over that. We'll go over P-patch rules real briefly, but there is going to be a short quiz next period, so I hope you're all taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
I will. This is being recorded, and I'll put it on YouTube because some people couldn't make the meeting night, and I put it on YouTube, and then it gets 0 views. But oh well. Project signups, planned projects. We got good news with planned projects. Here's our land acknowledgement. You're on the traditional land of the first people of Seattle. And
Mm-hmm.
here's the leadership team. Leslie, are you on?
I'm here.
Leslie, do you want to
Yes, I'm on.
give a quick overview of what you want people to know? We're not gonna ask people to read this out loud, but all of this information will be included in an info packet that's sent out later.
Good.
Leslie, go.
Okay. Okay. Just please read the communication also. Things are looking good. The notebooks are being used. Just remember, you don't have to be too wordy when you write down your task. Everything should be in increments of 15 minutes. And just as you're doing the job, before you leave, record it in the blue books. Very easy.
I think
That's about all I have.
I think a lot of people still have 0 hours, right?
Yes, quite a
So
few have 0 hours. We do have a good number that have at least 4 hours. Some of you have already completed your 8, and we really appreciate you continuing. But some of you have not put in any hours.
yeah, and
Go ahead,
so
Mark.
the gardening year starts in November. It goes November 1st to October 31st. So it's November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So really, we're halfway through the year, gardening year already. So it would be great if people really start diving in and figuring out ways they can contribute community hours. Because, we just don't have enough community hours to get done all the cool stuff we need to do. Anything else there, Leslie?
Yeah, can I mention the last work party? Can I mention about the last work party?
Sure.
Everyone, we had 36 people and you did just a terrific job. Everything was just great. And I thank you all very much.
We had good leaders.
Well, thank you. Marty and Liz were gung ho.
It's fun, and it seems like everybody really has a good time at those work parties, and then people bring wonderful banana breads and so on. It's worth it. So the next work part, well, I'll tell you more about that.
Can you answer the question that's in the chat?
Oh, I'm not monitoring the chat. What's the question?
Do you log hours from the work parties and put that in the binder? And the Google Sheet?
No, I log them. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
I know
You
that,
do
but
not
that was
put
the
in
question.
any.
sorry, Leslie,
Yeah,
that was this is
You
Ricky.
personally do not. Yeah, Ricky.
Sorry.
You personally do not write in you do not write in the hours that were done at the work party. That's why you sign in on that sheet. And I record that on the computer and they will eventually end up in the blue book.
And then question for you, Leslie, if we record our hours on the Google Sheet, you look at that too and put it in the blue book, or you have some way to, so it
Yes,
doesn't matter
I
whether I
combine
put it in.
them.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Record it in one place, the blue book or the work party sign in or the Google Sheet.
Perfect.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
So just so y'all know, because I know that a lot of folks work Saturdays and come at hours where there aren't other people. So I want to point out the task list, and the task list has all kinds of ideas, thousands of ideas for you getting your community hours in on projects that are important at the time. And so this is an example where it shows a picture of the plot. Usually there'll be a marker in the plot and it says what to do. And there's a lot of stuff that also can be done without having to weed. And including roles. Now, don't read all the roles, but we sure could use people taking on something. And this means you don't have to weed. And we have a lot of fun with a lot of these. I'll send out all this information. There's an awful lot of work that goes on behind the scenes at the Pea Patch, and it really would be better if we had more hands for lighter work. So please consider taking on any of the roles or just ask your pod leader or me about them. Oh yeah, so let's see. Let's do community hours. Kathy, do we still need delivery drivers? Do we still have need for people to sign up for food bank roles? Well, anyway, for all of these, if you're interested at all in the food bank process, and maybe Kathy can return and talk more about it later. It's really an
Mark,
important.
this is Wendy. When I talked with Elizabeth Fletcher last week, she was still looking for drivers for the food bank. So as of last week, she was still needing people.
We'll send out something to the group again. Delivery drivers are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, so it kind of helps for people to have a schedule that can accommodate that. But there are all kinds of other help we need to do in processing the food. Please contact Kathy Dugar. Here's your pod leaders. That was Wendy. Anybody, this information will all be in there and in the packet we send out. Other leadership team. Oh, did somebody have a question? Other leadership team members. These are folks who have taken on roles and that have been enormously helpful. Norma, you're the best. Tiffany Clark's been doing the website. She could use some help. Janet is the wood chip pathway czar. Wendy's done a great job kind of revitalizing the whole Mason Bee project. Many positions and roles are open. Ask your pod leader. Okay, I'm going to keep moving. P-patch rules. It's important to read the P-patch rules. We do have, I don't write the rules. I just remind people that they're supposed to follow them. And I want to point out that in your renewal, in order to be able to renew and finish the renewal process, you have to click this box that says, I have read, understand, and agree to the documents above. So because you agree to the documents, it's probably a good idea that you take time to read them. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then for Magnuson, we don't have extra rules, but we do have best practices. And one of the main ones is don't bring anything into your plot, like structures or edging or fencing or blocks, or don't bring more rocks into the pea patch, because all that stuff gets left behind and the garden has to spend a lot of money to get rid of it. Check with your pod leader before adding wood chips. Don't take anything out of the tool shed to keep for yourself. You don't, if you want to donate tools to the tool shed or supplies, check with your pod leader first. Avoid using plastic. Don't plant raspberries along your fence line. They go into your neighbor's plot, and then I hear about it. No dumping. People have been dumping compost and burlap bags, rotten boards. We have to do a dump run tomorrow and spend $100 or more getting rid of stuff that gets dumped. So if you need help disposing of anything from your plot, check with your pod leader. Don't just dump it at the pea patch in the bunkers for somebody else to have to clean up.
Hey, Mark.
Yep.
Are the dumpsters that are near the tool shed, are those available for recycling, like the
Not really.
pieces of wood?
It was stuff that was brought in from outside. That's really for the Brig building 406 is that's really set up there for them.
Okay.
So, that's why I really want people to be cautious about bringing lumber and other stuff in unless they're willing to take it home.
Yeah.
We're working to develop an interactive Google group. It's been close to being done. I just don't have bandwidth. Anybody who wants to work on the Google group, it'd be pretty easy. Just let me know. The magnusonppatch@gmail.com. I just keep a list of the email addresses and send it to everybody, but it's only one direction. So if you have questions or responses to the emails that are getting sent out, check with your pod leader. Work parties. We got second Saturdays, but also third Tuesdays. Today's Tuesday. It's a week from today. It's the third Tuesday. And task assistance, if anybody would be willing to help at work parties, let your pod leader know. You can see for May, we had ones on the 9th, and then this is the 12th, and then we have an evening work party on the 19th, and same with June, second Saturday, third Tuesday. And there's more in the rest of the year, but I just highlighted those. Upcoming projects, we built a retaining wall along the east pathway where it was big rocks and full of weeds and stuff, and that really came together pretty well. We'd like to do that in more different places, refresh and improve the gravel pathways, and then I'll talk about the Eagle Scout project last. This was a couple years back, but this is a kind of a classic example of what we can do as a community garden. We got a grant, $5,000, spent almost all of it. We came in just barely under budget, but that included all those retaining wall blocks. I mean, it just looks professional. And this was, it's amazing what we can do as a group of people. Here is the most recent project where we were working on the east pathway, where the wheelbarrows are as the entrance to the dog park there. Came out pretty good. So this is the current project. This is what we're going to do for the Eagle Scout project. And this was put together by Ry Christensen. He's a life scout, and he suggested that we could refresh all the gravel, because now the gravel has been there. It's a real fine gravel, and it works great for walkways where people are walking on them. But if you don't walk on them, grass grows up through them. So in order so that our people that use walkers and such don't have to navigate through grass and all, we're going to take off that top layer with the weeds, get rid of it, and then add new gravel.
Mark, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do we use a tamper on the gravel to tamp it down?
Yeah, it's the tool is called a plate compactor.
Okay.
It's got the little little Briggs and Stratton motor on it, and so once we'll get a big load of gravel, and then the scouts and volunteers will, once we've gotten the weeds out, the scouts will spread the gravel, and then we'll run over it with the compactors. And
does that project still need money for materials?
Yes. So that's where I was going next. It's obvious brilliant minds think alike here. Here's Ry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. He's so earnest, and he just is he's a hard worker. And so he put together a fundraising letter, and it went out a week or 10 days ago, and asked, as the projected materials cost is just under $1,000 for the gravel, the delivery, the tool rental, and the truck rental, and so on. And so we got a number of donations kind of that first day, and then it's dropped off. So for anyone who hasn't donated yet, you could go back and check that email, or we will resend it in the next couple days that give people the opportunity. And it's through Give Big. It goes straight to Magnuson, and it'll be for this really valuable project, and it'll help Life Scout Ry get his Eagle Scout badge, which is, it's a really good thing for these young fellows.
Mark, if you resend that email, I think some people who haven't seen it will see it.
I think people see it and then the phone rings and we forget, that we all have this avalanche of emails. So I think that bumping it, seeing if we can bump it up to the top of the stack will really get us a little farther along. But it's just really great working with this young fella. That's most of what I have to present. And so are you guys ready for the final exam?
Of course.
Yeah. One of the things, so you know what, Leslie, if you haven't written your name and plot number, if you know it, in the chat, please do so now, because that way Leslie can give you credit for an hour of community time.
Some of us don't know how to do that.
Also, somebody asked about baked goods. If you do bring a baked good to the work party that you made yourself, yes, you will get time and credit for it, but you need to write it down.
In the
And
book.
if we don't know how to add our name to a chat, we write it in the blue book, I hope.
Hey, Leslie.
Yes,
Lark is a participant.
I got her
Yes,
down.
hello, Leslie.
Okay.
You don't write the meeting in the blue book. I'll write it.
All right. All right.
Okay, final exam. Pencils down. Ready? I have a question about the garden. Who should I contact first?
Pod leader.
Pod leader.
Pod leader.
I get literally well over 1,000 emails for people every season. So anything that we can filter through the pod leaders is much appreciated. Oh, except for wasp nest or water leaks or urgent issues, just give me a call. It's fine. I have a no-kill process. I catch the wasps really early in the morning while they're really slow and sluggish, and I release them in Innis Arden or Laurelhurst or one of those places where they're thrived. What types of plastic are preferred at the pea patch?
None.
None.
None of the above. Yeah, zip ties especially. I just think of each one of those getting down the throat of some poor sea turtle.
Oh, shoot.
And nylon string, we always have alternatives. We do have twine. We do have wire in the shed. If you can't find it, ask your pod leader. Please use non-plastic alternatives. Final exam. What's wrong with this pictures?
Got it.
Birdie.
Yeah.
Off.
If you don't want to clean the tools after using them, bring your own tools from home. If you're going to use pea patch tools, and I find the wire brushes are most effective for cleaning up the tools when you stow them. They'll last a lot longer, and our poor tools get a lot of heavy use. Is this a pitchfork?
No, it's a digging fork.
No, digging fork. Yep.
So because a lot of new gardeners aren't aware that there's a difference. And the pitchfork on the right is designed for wood chips and straw and light stuff like that. Don't dig with the pitchfork, or this is what happens. So yeah, these use the digging forks for digging, not the pitchforks. Okay, so what's wrong with this picture?
It's a mess.
Ow.
I've seen that.
Take time to restow the hoses neatly, because what happens is if they get kinked, they get a kink in it and it kind of eventually ruins the hose. We're moving more toward those soft hoses. People seem to like those. So, if you, and one other thing is, I do hear occasionally people say, oh, well, there's a, leak, we got a funky hose over by my plot in the hose hanger. And I gotta say, send your pod leader an email. Don't mention it to me offhand because my phone's going to ring and I'm going to forget.
Okay.
So,
Mark, one thing about the hoses, it's really simple. That this hose, of course, is a mess. You take it off the pot and walk it out. Walk it all the way out so that it's straight. And then back, and you've gotten some of those curves out.
Yeah. And, you have to add a little twist each loop. But the thing about these hose hangers that I like the design, Charlie Davis came up with the idea, is that because the hose hangers are tall, then you only have to put a few loops in there to stow the hoses rather than, wrap it 50 times around a real low hose bin. What's wrong with this picture?
It's not at my house.
Great question. It's there's nothing wrong with this picture.
Beautiful.
This is what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Hey, did I hear Kathy?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, hang on. So Kathy, did you have anything you wanted to add about where we are with the food bank stuff?
Yeah, well, we did mention that, yes, we could probably use some more drivers. If nothing else, you can be on an emergency list or if somebody turns out they can't deliver. We did have more than 30 pounds delivered this week. So we got to start on Monday. And a reminder, if everybody read the email that got sent out from Aidan Coles this weekend, he wants to encourage people to donate from your plots. So maybe you still have some chard or kale. He's going to be we're going to be having some bagels and different treats around noon. And you can come and harvest your stuff for the food bank for Monday and have a snack while you're at it.
And that's this coming Sunday, right?
This coming Sunday, yes.
18th.
And if you haven't paid for the compost, you need to do that. I will be hounding you shortly.
Whoever is not on mute, can we please mute? I'm almost done here. We'll get through this, I promise. So never underestimate the power of a small group of committed people. In fact, it is the only thing that ever has. And we've got a really good group of folks. I got to tell you, Magnuson is a very special place. And I feel very fortunate to be part of it.
So I'm listening to something I'm supposed to listen to for the pea patch. So I better go and finish it.
Who's talking?
Barbara Pearson, you're on. You need to mute yourself. Barbara Pearson.
Mark can mute her.
This is so this is the last part of the presentation. So now it's question and answer time. So anybody have any questions that we can?
I do, Mark.
Leslie has her hand up.
And
Leslie.
This is not a question, this is a comment.
Uh-oh.
Whenever you use whenever you use the combination locks and you close it, make sure you're twisting all the numbers multiple times, because I walked into the food bank shed and I turned one number and it opened.
That's 32.
Also somebody's talking. Also the on number one.
Hey, Laura, please mute.
The number 1 lock, I also only twisted one number and it opened. So please turn them several times or twist it back and forth. That's how we're getting broken into.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done.
Other questions?
Mark, there's a few questions in the chat.
Oh, I have nothing else for you.
Oh, has a raised hand. Hi. And
Yeah, that was me. This is not a question either, but I just wanted to say I went to the Picardo pea patch plant sale on Saturday, and I would say that our pea patch is so well organized and so beautiful. I mean, theirs is beautiful too, but it was very clear that all the work you put into Mark making all this work for us is very obvious. So thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yay.
thank you.
Raised hand.
Other question?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, in the chat.
Hand is
Well,
up.
Susan has her hand up.
Oh,
Go
Okay.
for it,
I
Susan.
wanted to know if, I just put a great tomato cage outside the big shed on its side, the side that's facing the raised beds. Are we still using that area for items that other gardeners might use?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
That's a good question. Any other exciting questions?
Some cabbage, excuse me, some cabbage starts were brought by today. There's probably half dozen sitting on the shelf.
Okay, well, if there are no other questions, let me just close.
I have a question.
Oh, right, we've
Kazuyo's
got-
had her hand up for a long time.
Here has her.
Kazuyo.
I have a question about the community hours. I think we need to finish 4 hours in the middle of the year.
Right.
Do you know when?
By July 15th.
By July 15th. Thank you.
So this is Wendy. I can address one of the questions in the chat, which is about pavers.
Yeah.
A couple of people have asked if, we generally ask people not to bring in infrastructure, and people have asked our pavers are okay. And we usually discourage pavers because we're always thinking about what it's going to look like to turn over the plot to the next gardener. And when people give up their plots and move on, they're usually doing that because they're tired of gardening. And so we've found that if people have brought in infrastructure like pavers, that they don't take them with them when they leave. And so then that just makes more work for the rest of us to have to clean up after them. So that is why, in general, we prefer that people not bring in pavers.
Also, if you only have 100 square feet and you bring 4 pavers in, you've lost quite a bit of your square footage. And most of the time you could just use, you just make pathways in the soil and it's just fine. Other questions?
The other questions in here got answered. Ricky got her question answered and about logging. And then Amber had one about the baked goods and snacks. And I think Leslie answered that one. The answer is yes.
Yes.
I think
I
that's
have a
it.
question. There's somebody listed as my iPhone. Who is that? I don't have a name.
Oh, that's Darren Robertson.
Oh, that's Darren. Oh, then I do have him.
Looks like
Okay,
Darren.
thank you.
He changed his
Thank
name.
you.
To clarify a couple things. One was the hours for baked goods, and I think the rule of thumb was, or the general consensus was, if you buy, uh, uh, a dozen donuts or something, you can log a half hour of community time. If you bake something, then you can log a full hour.
Right.
We do encourage people to bake stuff. Very, very much so. The July 15th deadline for 4 hours, I'm not aware of any document that specifies that, and it's not in the PPatch rules document. It's a best practice. And certainly, I think even by July 1st, we're getting well into, kind of the last third of the season. And we really need people to be helping with getting their hours in now while there's a lot of activity in the garden, rather than waiting till, because there's always a few people that wait till the last minute, and then it makes a bunch of extra work for other volunteers. So the July 15th isn't a rule to have 4 hours. If you don't have 4 hours by then, you'll be getting a call from your pod leader. Did we miss anything else in the chat?
Karen brought up that there was a mention some of Magnuson with photos and quotes from Mark in the last Sunday's paper, in the at-home pullout. So that was nice, Mark. You're famous.
And there was another article about trees and stuff, tree and ground cover, that Christina Pfeiffer was quoted in as well.
Wow.
So we were well represented in that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of us who still receive a printed newspaper, I'll see if I can laminate it and we can put it in the shed for the folks that missed it.
Yeah, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
That's it that I can see.
Any other questions?
Mark, sorry, we had campers in the fig tree area at the north end of the pea patch. People saw them, we saw the tent, they were gone the next day. But do we report that to Find It, Fix It, or the parks, or pod leader?
Find It, Fix It is ideal.
Yeah, okay.
And then for the fires that were set in the bunkers, each time we have those, I file a police report for that. And then when when the police report is finalized, I forward that stuff to 4 different people in the park system for their information. So hopefully they, just so that they know.
Yeah, so you do want to know about that, right? Okay, because when we saw the burnt logs in the bunker, then some of the kids started to get into it, into the charcoal. And
well, it's these guys just are partiers, and it's one of the things we needed to do was get all that lumber out of there and the pallets out of there. So we're working to make it a little harder, but then they'll just set the wood chips on fire, for God's sake. Mm-hmm. So anyway, just know that if we have situations like that, where it's important that everybody stays safe, don't confront, and you're always welcome to call me if something's really going sideways. And I don't mind filing police reports to, so it's not like they're going to catch the bad guys, but at least they might have more presence.
Yeah, and when I can't remember who I talked to parks, I guess. They pointed out that the people must have used an accelerant like lighter fluid.
Yeah, later. Yeah.
Set
And then
off. Yeah.
if you report something going on in parks and find it, fix it, they notify the appropriate people in parks.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, now I'm going to stop recording.